Welcome to the solutions video for IXL 10I5, interpreting box and whisker plots. So remember, the box and whisker plots are dividing our data sets by quarters. So the lowest quarter of the data set is on the left whisker, the left half of the box is the second quarter, the right half of the box is the third quarter, and then the highest quarter go in the last whisker. The median will be dead center between the two. It's the middle of the box, which in this case is 70 minutes. And which person had a higher maximum value? Well, we check to see the furthest extent to the whisker, and that's under Isabella's name. What percent of the travels took between 20 and 45 photos each day? That's from the median to the upper limit. So that's 2/4, which is 50%. It's a lot wider space on the axis to have only half the data. That means that we have more data points bunched together here. Remember, the box and whisker plots hide the data points. So here the maximum value is the end of the right-hand whisker, which is 100. Who's got the higher maximum value? That's Anna's family. What percentage of the trick-or-treaters got 55 or more pieces of chocolate? Well, that's the left end of the box. So that's 25, 50, 75 trick-or-treaters, because that's 3 of the 4 sections. Maximum value here is 80. So which gym has an upper quartile that is lower? The upper quartile is the right edge of the box. That's the Dover Health Center. So percentage of students scored 65 points or more. Well, that appears to be all of them, since the low edge is at that 65 mark. Now, what is the outlier for this? So most TV sold per week are in the 20 to 80 range. 140 TVs is the outlier. That's the one that does not fit the box and whisker. Now the lower quartile. The lower quartile is the left edge of the box. So that's 40 for men and 20 for women. Which doctor's office has the lower median? Exclude any outliers. The median is the middle of the box, so that's the upper one, Dr. McKenzie's office. What percentage of travelers take fewer than 10 photos each day? That's 0, since 10 is the lower limit. What is the value of the interquartile range? So that's our middle number here, which is 50. It's also the median. Oh, sorry, 40. Well, the interquartile range is the number of data points between the bottom of the quartile and the top of the quartile. So the upper quartile is 35. That is the edge. The lower quartile is the left edge. So reading between 50 and 90, that's 100%, because that's everyone. Here, the interquartile range is the space between 60 and 75, the lower edge and the upper edge. That's a 15-point range. The interquartile range that is lower, which one has the skinnier box? That's Emily's class. We don't have to calculate it. We could see the left edge is higher and the right edge is lower, so it's got to be a smaller range. So they're not asking for the interquartile range this time, they're just asking for the range completely. So that's the difference between 10 and 35, that's 25 DVDs. So the higher maximum, excluding outliers, is Maya's class. So these outliers, if they're included, would make it Alex. But when it says excluding the outliers, we are looking for that right-hand whisker, which is the 80 mark for Maya's class. how many practice between 35 and 40 minutes a day? That's from the median to one quartile, or to the upper quartile. So that's 25%. The lower quartile here is 5. It's the left edge of the box. And the interquartile range, that goes from 3 to 7, so that's 4. Interquartile range here goes from 25 to 45. That's a 20-point difference. Now, how many went between 50 and 90? That's 75%. That's 3 of our 4 sections. Maximum value here without outliers is 100. And which has the upper quartile that is lower? That is Camilla's family. The upper quartile, again, is the right edge of the box. So this concludes the solutions for IXL 10 I5.